Hey, how you doing? This is another Scorpio reading. Hope you guys are doing well. So let's get into the Scorpio, shall we? Don't forget to check out the star signs in your birth chart to see which ones are going to be resonating with you. Also, for some of you guys that are interested in knowing what's going on with you and Pisces, do check out Pisces reading, as there is a lot of information in regards to you and Pisces in that reading. If you're not that bothered, then leave it. If not, you could just find out what the energies are about if it's not that you are specifically dealing with a Pisces, because there is some information in there that relate to you a lot in the Pisces reading. So let's get into it. What's going on with Scorpios? Scorpios are under attack by the universe. It says, never mind, Scorpios, never mind. You've been going through a hard time. Harsh news has been there a long time. Even when you've had little bursts of positive energy, it says you've been put in a puzzle and a really, really negative vibe with enemy energy. It says a lot of enemies have been targeting you, looking at you and wondering, are you going to support them, help them, or even see them out of a situation? It says no longer want to do anything that's going to bring you into the minds of other people's bad news. You are warned to stop picking on your mindset about it, because it really hurts, it is hard, and it is tormenting for some of you guys. But it says you will move past it in November, or even certainly next year. So even if it's taking long and you feel like, gosh, you are really going through so much difficulties in so many different areas of your life, and it's been going on for a year or two, bloody hell, Scorpio, your endurance has paid off, or is going to pay off. It says it will pay off in the end. You have good news. You're going through trial and error, or even situations that will put you in a better position. But it also says you're going to pay attention to your building, or even things that you can see are going to give you great outcomes. Your family members are always going to give you good news, and you don't have to worry about enemies. People do want to see you in a passed out way, or even worrisome way. So don't worry about bad news too much, because people are going to try and torment you in all areas of life, even in your love life. It says you've got to worry less about the situation and see that you can overcome situations anyway and have good news. So rather not speak about friends, family members, or people in your love life too much, because they're all there giving you grief, but they're also going to give you positive energies in your own way. As you see fit, or as they see fit, you're going to see positive energy. So watch out for good outcomes regardless. Wow, Scorpios. It says you all are going to be punished in your mindset. It says the native energy of Leo will help you pass the situation in ease. Good news is there for you all that are seeing or dating a Leo. Enemies will not pass you in your mind about bad news. You will also hear good news as well as bad news. You're going to see enemies in Pisces and Leo, and sometimes you will see in the energies of negative energies that are passing through them as well. You are dealing with satanic energies in people that are going through bad omens in their mental health and bad news in their rising signs, especially their rising signs, as people are dealing with things that they are transforming or changing or becoming. They will no longer want to see you in a good way. They have to see you in a bad way as they change, passing to you a negative vibe. It says you have to transform these people, or your energies are going to be used to transform them. They are using your energies to become better people in themselves, or even try to solve things in their mind that they couldn't solve in the past. You may not see them in a good way. It says you piss off people a lot, so you're not going to see blessed energy for them at times, because you're going to piss them off too much to get what you want. Ideally, you don't realize it's not going to welcome you any good news either way, because if you do piss them off, it might backfire on you. However, it says you deserve good outcomes. So see the universe backlash on them. And don't worry, things are going to bring you punishments if you're not careful on how you deal with certain people. But you will also see that blessings can come in a good way if you move past them as well. So don't worry about it too much. Ideally, the name Jesus comes up into your mind. How he endured a lot of thrilling energy and bad news to participate in a good outcome by rising his mind over the planet to have good news. It says you will not have to suffer in that way that Jesus did on a cross, but you are going through similar memories of what Jesus did when he had to go through a lot of trauma to get a good outcome in the end. But you will see blessings come after all. Okay. It says no one's going to see you as a bad omen either. Sweating, it says. Someone is sweating a lot under their arms. It says a nasty female keeps sweating so much and perspirating. She doesn't know what to do. She has bad news to give you and bad omens to show you. She doesn't want to see herself rise like the phoenix in you or the phoenix that you are. But it says you also will see blessed energy in your name. You won't see bad news overall, and you'll see better news always. But every time you move past something, you're going to see better news. Love life is certainly going to see you in a good way. It says you're going to get married in the next week or two by a man that you don't even know very well, but he wants to know that he can participate in Game On. He says he realized he's got to marry someone, and he's not trying to choose you in a bad way. He wants to see that he's married and really looking at you in a blessed way. He wasn't going to choose you initially. He thought about it and he says, I'm going to do it. I need some support and I need some help and I need a wife. Some of you guys need a husband, so you will be participating in joining him away from a problem that he has in his mind. He no longer wants to feel like he's got God-given gifts to be good in himself without choosing the right partner. It also says that he knows that he could have been choosing for the wrong reasons. So be careful and still look into the situation carefully. You may also need to look deeper into your rising sign, your moon sign, or even the Mercury sign of the person to see what's going on. It also says look into their heart space or their feelings. This is going to help you to find out what's going on with them. Okay. It's something about gays. I'm picking up there's an energy that's saying gays are there being problematic right now, and it does say some of them, not all of them, but there is someone that wants you to be gay or wants someone around you to be gay, and it could be a problem for someone. Also, there's pastor energy as well in someone that keeps looking for you to look for a bad omen in them or look for something that they need to move on from, because it says they're no longer going to be good news as your pastor. They're not your pastor. For some of you guys, they're not your pastor. And for some of you guys, they're not going to be good news as your partner or your pastor. Okay? Because you could be married to a pastor or with a pastor. Or it could be your partner. That's not good for you, but that's for a very small few. However, it says a lot of you are going to move past a negative feeling of pastor energy in you. For some of you guys that are becoming pastors or feel like something in you could have been a pastor or wants to be a pastor, but you need to remove some negative energies in your mind or around you or in your surface energy or circling energy or even in your circle altogether. Doesn't say anything other than this. Mind you, you will have love life blooming in the next week or two, as a man here really wants to know that he could pay attention to you. He seems very interested, very keen and very loving towards you. Doesn't care about what you look like or what you feel inside your mind. He realizes he's in love with you so much to the point he doesn't even know which way to go or how to communicate his mindset around yours, which is very intuitive, inquisitive and very ideally, wonderfully inviting into the mind of others or into your own mind about situations. He doesn't want to get too involved right now though. He seems to be participating more in the marriage side of things in his mind and how he can communicate these things to his mind to sort out his mental health and settle down someday with you. It says, Scorpio, you will participate in this energy with him one day, but right now he sees fit to work out what he wants with you and how he wants it with you, and he's very much keen on looking forward to meeting you, greeting you or seeing you in the near future. However, he may not have met you yet. Some of you guys, you may be speaking to him and not met him in person. Some of you guys, you may have met him but not really seen him enough to know about him. And some of you guys, you haven't met him at all yet and he's coming in. So for some of you guys, you will be meeting a new man soon. And for some of you guys, you are getting to know a new man right now, or even seeing that you've been talking to this guy for a while now and he's ready to propose, or even see that blessings come because you've been talking for a long time or seeing him for a long time and he's ready to pop the question, or even pop up and show you that he's interested, or pop up and show you about his mind more than usual. It says you've been giving yourself a lot of information, missing your mindset about things you wouldn't normally talk about is a mind of your own. It says your mind, not your mother's mind, but your mind, because someone keeps pushing your mind away from theirs, but it also says their mindset is in yours. Trying to push their mind in yours and pretending it's yours is not going to be easy, but they also feel like it's a gift. It says it's heaven sent, but it's also manipulation. So be careful. Some of you guys are going through manipulation from a parent. Some of you guys are going through a manipulation from a father figure or a parent's father. or even someone that's being mischievous and pretending to be your father. It also says someone here doesn't know how to be a good man to you, also doesn't know how to be a good man to themselves, realizing they don't have good news to be around you that much, and they don't know how to participate in good news in themselves. You will move past it and see judgment is not yours. You will bless yourself with good news. Overall, you'll see finances picking up in the next week or two, as you had problems with the last week of your money being taken from you, or even looked at in a funny way, or maybe even stolen in some ways. Some of you guys may have gone through a bad omen with your money. It says you lot all know why you are trusted with good news, and may move past the bad news in the next week or two and still see great news overall with your hair, your nails, and things that you're doing at home. And personally, looking forward to blessed energy. It says you may see things work out in your favor and not notice bad news too much. It says sorry for your loss for some of you guys that are going through a loss of a family member, an animal, or a pet. Or even some of you that are going through bad news with your family members' health problems. You all may have health problems in some way, or maybe some of you have it stronger than others or badder than others, but a lot of you are going through some type of mental health, strict medicational health, where you've got underlying issues, or even problematic situations where you know your health is at stake. You do know you are on medication for some of you guys, and may need to take strict regimes, or even look after your weight, or even manage your mind, or manage your heart, manage your liver, or manage your kidneys, or manage some organs in your body. It says you may be taking care of your mind right now and taking care of your pancreas. It says all of you are going through something, but it says you all are going to move past it very, very soon. Okay? Nothing's set in stone with Scorpios. It says everything's going to work out soon. In Cancerian energy, it says set in stone energy is there for you all to look into. Blessed energy is there for you to work out your own minds upon. It says it's not going to be easy for you to transgress in that way, but you will all see blessed energy move past them in a good way, either way. It says they're getting good news, very, very good news, passed down to them from your energy and Pisces. But it also says your energy is passing energy into their realm, and in good news favor will completely give you great news on a whole. You will have great energy in a way that they didn't have. You will have great energy in a way that they couldn't have, and you will have great energy in a way that they should never have. It says their energy is not going to be that great, but it's good enough for them. So don't worry if you see them in a good way and they're laughing and joking or even making fun of you, but it says your energy is better than theirs because you are making big changes in your life that are supposed to make you feel like heaven sent is there on your earth. Like good energy is there for you on this earth. Ideally, it seems like you are in a heavenly realm. So you have blessed energy coming in to support you. Okay? Says never mind why Pisces is always going to be on your mind. They have been subjected to fraud or even benefits fraud or negative energy, or even laughing at you for things that you've gone through. It says no wonder you're under attack by their energy again in the next week. You may not go through it. It says some of you guys are really, really pushing their energy away and really, really want to know that you push their negative mental health away from yours, or even see that you don't talk to Pisces, don't deal with them, or don't speak to them. Maybe even looking into the ideas of attitude problems with them, or even submitting your mind to them to have better news overall. You're going to see yourself in best ways in the next few days or so. It says you know that you love yourself very much, so you're not going to see any bad news or bad omens. You're going to see very good news with your family and very, very good news overall with your friends. No wonder it says you want to go out, dress up, look good, go out, enjoy yourself. You know, it says you're going to do these things in your own time, but you're trying to find ways that you can do it now. Maybe even looking good, feeling good, promising yourself a better today and a better yesterday, as you will tidy up things from the past week or two. Maybe even making sure that today is going to be the outcome for your good tomorrow. So you're going to also look at blessed energy overall in the same way Cancerian can in some ways, but truly you've been starting before them. You've been giving yourself a good outcome. So try and look into the situation in a better way. So some of you guys might want to read into Scorpio, should I say Cancerian's energy or Cancerian's reading. It might give you some indications on why certain information's giving you like a Scorpio versus Pisces, or Scorpio versus Cancerian, you know, that type of thing. So you might want to go and check out those two readings, Scorpio. If you're not dealing with either one of them, like should I say Pisces and Cancerian, you could still find out why, It's giving you the vice versa, like you versus them, or what's going on in the energy realm between their energy and your energy, that kind of thing. So you can check out Cancerian's reading as well. It says no one's going to look at you in a bad way. Everyone's going to look at you in a blessed way. Everyone's going to change their mindsets about you now. You have punished yourself too much, they said. It's all your fault. It says they're going to look at you in this way and still punish you again. They've been really, really mad at you and really trying to harm you with their words. They see themselves as a bad omen, punishing you and really looking forward to blessings at the same time. The negative spirit has conquered you. It says they try to conquer you daily. They're not going to stop conquering you. This says every single Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian, or any star sign, anybody has been giving you bad news. And it doesn't say very much so a good omen is coming over your head with theirs. It says you've got to move past their energies. A lot of people are going to move past you, or even you moving past them. But ideally, you're going to stop giving yourself bad news when it comes to people. And mainly, it says they're trying to push all the blame on you. However, Scorpio, don't mimic them, or don't allow them to give you bad news. Allow them to say what they have to say and ignore them. Challenging them may be good sometimes, but try not to do it all the time. And realize that you've got better news in your mind to move past them anyway, because you are Scorpio. You come from the heavenly realms. You come from the godly realms. So you will have blessed energy to move past them and have better news, always. It says, don't worry about no one stressing you out. Give yourself good news and bless yourself always. It says nothing's set in stone with you and a partner. Everything's going to work out well when he sees you or when he meets you for the first time. Everything's going to work out well. It says it's not going to work out that well at times in your mind when you're thinking things or wondering, does he like you or want to be with you or really, really want to marry you, like you've heard, or you feel it in your gut or feel it in your stomach or feel it in your vibe. It says he wants to marry you regardless. And this is true. That part is set in stone. However, it says get to know the person. Make sure you know him well before you do decide to make that decision. It says you may not want to regret it. So definitely make sure you work on what it is that he wants, why he's chosen you, and why he really wants you to be there. He may be mimicking something around you. However, it says the earth energy is coming in to destroy whatever it is that he's trying to mimic around you, so that he can call upon his ideal mind to help him, maybe even his ancestors, to help him pass whatever situation he's been going through, instead of using your God-given talents to punish you and then help himself with your God-given planets and talents to help him. But it says it's not going to be easy, because his energy has been telling him to troll onto his own energy instead of yours, looking at his own mind and helping himself with binding energies of your own. It says, blind me, you've been into something bad. Maybe he's been looking at some type of bank fraud, or you've been looking at bank fraud, but someone's been doing some type of bank fraud in your name or looking at you like you're a fraudster. It says you don't want to be looked at like this, and you would never want to know that people are looking at you like a fraud or a bank fraud. You don't do bank fraud for some of you guys, and some of you guys, you may do bank fraud, but there's warning signs that everybody right now is going through the ideal fraud identity check. Or even as Scorpio native, most of you all are going through it worse. Some of you are going through the baddest checks there is, where people are really scrutinizing and really subjecting you to bad things, even when you feel like you haven't done anything wrong. And some of you guys have done something wrong and you are still getting attacked very heavily. But it says all of you guys are going through it, and challenging these energies are you trying to fight your way through it. But you will all get mistakenly made redundant in your mind soon. One day at a time. It says some of you guys are going through a bad omen, or even a bad curse. Maybe even looking at it as karma. However, it's not karma. It says it's very much so a universal blessing in disguise. People are taking you into another realm in a bad way to come out in a good way. And it says, sorry that you're going through this, Scorpios, my love. I wouldn't want to take you down that road. Virgo is pushing your energy into it more than I am. I'm Aquarius, it says. Aquarius energy is really pushing you into a realm that you don't want to be in. It's Uranus that's really dragging you through the mud. No one should take you down that way if you don't want to, but it says you will be going down the wrong road with Uranus energy trying to punish you through the star sign of Aquarius. However, it says you will come out of it on the other side in the next week or two. So don't punish yourself with their energy. Try to look forward to blessings and move past their energy with good fortune, good luck, and good news. Lots of good food, lots of good warmth, lots of good hugs, kisses, and mindfulness. Trying to protect your peace at all costs. Being good to yourself and not seeing guilty conscience or negative energy. Try to practice mindfulness. It says do practice a lot of mindfulness. That will take you out of bad news and into positive realms in your mind. It says no wonder you're stressed, my love. I wouldn't want to see you harmed, my dear. And it says don't worry about the patronizing energy of a failed marriage by a person that has got a partner that is not living with them anymore. This person is looking for a blessing in disguise but doesn't know how to come to you with blessed news. This person could be patronizing way too much, or even gaslighting you, or maybe even really making you feel love bombed, or even childishness could be coming from a person. But you have to witness what's going on with them. They are being trolled or panicked in their mind with an adult, maybe even 2 or 3 adults, and don't want to talk to you about it. This person is going through something and really trying to troll your energy with good news, but punishing your mindset at the same time because you can't get a word in, or you can't get them to listen to you or even talk to you in the way that you would like to be spoken to, because they are panicking in the background about something that they are going through. And it could be child molest for some of them. For some of them, it could be adultery. Some of them, it could be someone that's going through bad news in the army or in the navy. Some of you are going through negative energies in your mind to do with adulting, or even punishing your mind with literature issues, like language barrier issues, or maybe even language altogether. It says some of you guys are really going through issues in your mindset and may want to seek a nurse, or even see a doctor, or even see counselors, or maybe even see that you're going through counseling. Some of you guys are dealing with people that need these problems solved and need to be helped in ways that you can't even fathom how to give them the information, even if you are a so-called professional person that could solve their problems. You still need to challenge your energies away from a dark spirit that is holding onto your mind and really punishing your head. For some of you guys, you don't feel it, but some of you guys, you do feel it, and you wonder why this dark energy is punishing your mind, your brain, or your head. It's really hurting you, or really, really giving you headaches, or even time in a situation to make you feel depressed, down, or sad. It says you will move past it. This enemy will go away soon. You have problems with jinns. It also says this in Pisces reading as well. If you look closely to folklore, especially in the Pisces elements, you'll see jinns. Jinns are in their native, and it's also in Scorpio and Capricorn's readings too. You will notice jinn energy is in your readings today, and maybe even understand why jinns are there. There's going to be jinns in your reading. Sometimes you may notice other information to do with spiritual animals or ancestor type relatives or people there that are in the spiritual world. It says you have native energies related to jinns, or even things that you may not understand. There is dwarfs for some of you guys. If you don't understand the terminology of dwarfs or dwarf spirits, maybe you should look into that. But also look into jinn spirits as well. Jinns are everywhere. Ideally, you're going to have to look into why we have jinns, or even living jinns, or have jinns inside us as punishments, or even just knowing that we as beings are jinns, because we are naturally jinns without the shell, our outer shell, our bones, our skeleton, our flesh, our blood, all of that kind of things, our veins, our hair, our nails, all of that. We are jinns before we came to the earth as humans. It says you have to understand these things on a deeper level for you to know what's going on. But it says the ancestor jinns are really punishing Scorpio right now, and maybe even passing through Pisces energy too. So you will see this in Capricorn's energy and Pisces energy as you move on and start a good channel of your own. If you do information in regards to Scorpio's native sign, which is I am going to do occult energy. For some of you guys that are learning occult energy, okay, or even seeing that you want to become tarot readers, astrologers, or even life coaches for some of you guys, or maybe even for some of you guys, life-saving issues could come up to shorten your life path, because it says some of you guys are really going through it negatively, but you will move past it, okay? Ideally, you will not see everything in a bad way, so don't worry. People are going to move past this energy and stop picking on you. It says there could be a spirit targeting you right now and looking at you, and ideally doesn't want you to see good news, but you will move past it, Scorpio, and you'll see blessed news at the end of the year, or even today. Or some of you guys will see another person show up in your life. There may be someone that wants to come and visit you, another Scorpio person, a man. For some of you guys, it could be a female Scorpio, or a Leo that wants to speak to you, or a Sagittarius, or another Scorpio female. For some of you guys, it's not going to be easy to deal with that person, but you're not going to see any bad news overall with your whining or moaning energy to give them a warning to go away. For some of you guys that are not wanting to deal with them. However, some of you guys want to deal with Leo energy or Pisces, but some of you guys do not want to deal with Pisces at all, and may want to look into Pisces reading, or even look into why Pisces is not challenging you or speaking to you or giving you bad news anymore because you've chased them away. However, it says you've got good news with Pisces energy, making sure that they move on to your native sign of Scorpio. Seeing if Cancerian wants to help you is coming in to see if you've got good news. There could be a Cancerian coming in, or even another Pisces or another Scorpio. However, it says don't speak too soon about them being negative. Try to warn yourself to listen to them first of all, or even see what's going on with their mindset in their Jedi, i.e. their Gemini energy, which is what is it that they're looking for? How is it that they want to come forward? Or what is it they're trying to get from you, manipulate with you, or manifest from you? Okay. No wonder it says it's easy to target you in your mindset with good news, because you have blessed news ahead of time. And you'll see blessed news ahead of time with your mindset, and your mindset giving you good news. It says a man here wants to probably not see you in a bad way and wants to bless you with marriage, but also is scared or is worried that you won't want to see them in a bad mood anymore, because they want to stay in that fixed energy of negative mental health. However, this person will challenge himself out of it, and they will see themselves out of a bad mood in the next week or two, because they realize it's not healthy for them to sit in that energy either, and they realize it's not good for your mental health or theirs. So they will have to move on from it and start thinking about how they can proceed with caution in their mind to be with you. It says someone here really wants to touch you, feel you, or even finger you, Scorpio female. This man doesn't know how to come forward again anymore. He could be a Scorpio, but he really misses you, loves you, and wants to protect your mindset. However, he was nasty to you or bad to you or really mad at you for whatever reason. He does know that he loves you, but he can't come forward anymore. And he may be a Scorpio like you, a Cancer moon, or a rising sign of a Venus energy in native Aquarius. Some of you guys, he could be even a nasty Virgo. But it says some of you guys are coming into the limelight of a Venus energy of Pisces. And maybe even seeing that Leo energy does love you so much to the point they want to be with you. But it doesn't say it's good news overall for Libra energy or Leo. At times Leo can be phony with you, but Leo is best friend energy with you native wise anyway, as they live in your star sign or breathe in your star sign or want to be with you all over again or ongoing. Even when they have bad news, they try to transgress their problems and move past it and be with you again and again and again. So they'll never leave you, always want to be with you, always want to stay by your side, always want to try and work out things with you and solve things with you and be with you. They love you so much and they can't leave you. They understand Scorpio is going to be with them for the rest of their life. They understand this, but they realize they can't solve their problems on their own, and they're very natively jealous at times with what could go on with you and other people, or even with them and other people when it doesn't work out in your favor, and want to see that you have passed a tell or even a trail to get what you needed on your own, and then they become jealous because they couldn't give it to you. Okay, so they have to find ways to really give themselves good news with you so that they can stay with you in a loving way. Either way, it says they're not going to worry about it too much because they transgress. They always transgress, come out on the other side and love you again anyway. Even if the love does shatter for a little while, it comes back and it loves you all over again and passes you back to the same realm of love factors all the time. It says you've got a jealous Leo right now wanting to know, are you going to be okay once they've left you, or even brought good news to you, or even punish you with a little bit of negative energy. However, this man says he doesn't know what it is with you, but you're in love, or he's in love, or he wants to know that what goes on behind closed doors could challenge you in a blessed way more than a bad way. It says curses are not there for you. Eviction notices could be there for some of you guys that are going through problems. Some of you guys are going through really native bad energies, but you'll move past it and have better news. However, you're going to see blessed mindsets of an eagle that's going to come to your mindset in your dream, or maybe in your reality, but you're going to have blessed news overall with this eagle. You will move past it and stop picking up energies of a native problem in the background of your mind. People will move past it and have better news in their mindsets to challenge you no more and have problems subside. You will have no more problems in your next week or two, or even in your realm of blessed energy that's going to give you good news overall. So challenging your energy is not going to be allowed in the next week or two, and you'll have better news as an outcome. You will also have wedding plans to start structuring and planning over the next week or month, or maybe even next month, as you will challenge yourself with a person, or maybe even today. Soon or later, this person will show up in your life and want to talk to you about these things, or even trouble your mind to go into these things and let you know that they're interested in you in those types of ways, or want to know that they can marry you one day in the later future. This person's really interested in you and wants to be with you and wants to love you and wants to sex you and be there for you and romantically stay with you forever and ever. So Scorpios, my lovely, I will speak to you in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.